Okay, so here we go. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, everyone. And top of the morning. Hope you're doing okay.
On a chilly, rainy Monday morning.
Whoever you are, wherever you are. Yeah, it is a Monday morning. And it's a little rainy. But it's supposed to improve. But yeah, things are. It's going to be actually kind of a mild week, is what Roger Hill is
That's
saying.
what I'm hearing. One of my friends, though, that lives, granted, she lives in the Northeast Kingdom. So, those poor people up there, it starts early and ends late.
Yeah. Northeast Kingdom, right next to Alaska.
Yeah, she lives in Albany, and they got a bit of the S word.
Yeah, I heard about it. I know.
Yeah, she was not a happy camper. Yeah. I will guarantee you that. I believe she said, "I'm not ready for this shit."
Yeah.
And there may be some other words in there, but
no, there's two S words. It's two S words. Listen, it is time to get up and time to get your day started. Everyone.
Time to get up, move your fat, lazy butt. Although first you must chase your dumb cat off your face. Then you will stop by that bad coffee shop where they charge $7 for a lousy croissant. Wake up!
Come on, wake up already.
I just wanted to see the look on your face this morning on that. That's all.
were you hanging out with Ken Squire this weekend?
That was definitely not. Oh, my God.
Because that's kind of like a Ken Squire
I know.
type tune.
I know. It is Indigenous Peoples Day today, which I think is celebrated in I don't know, good part of the country. Also
Yes.
Columbus Day.
Yes.
And World Mental Health Day today. So tip of the hat to Washington County Mental Health, one of our presenting sponsors. We love them.
We do love them.
So do you say Columbus Day or do you say Indigenous Peoples Day? Which one do you go with?
I say it's a holiday for a whole lot of people.
Do you say it's the banks are closed today holiday and just stay away from everything else?
Yeah, I guess I don't really call it anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Oh. Okay.
it's just another one of those things that was the same all 50 years of my life or 48 years of my life. And
Columbus
now
Day.
it's different. And I haven't moved out of the what I learned and did my whole life yet. And
So you still say Columbus Day?
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
mean,
I do. You know,
know-
the campgrounds close on Columbus Day. This happens on Columbus Day. That happens on Columbus Day. And
Yeah.
that's just what I've known my whole life. That's what I'm used to. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry if that's offensive to someone, but
Yeah.
there's just some things that I'm open to a lot of things, but I don't think that we need to be changing every single thing
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah. Heather says another day the kids should be in school but aren't.
Right, because why would we want them to be there learning about it?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
And even if they were, they're not going to be taught anything we were taught. So it's going to be foreign information to us, just like the math that they have these days.
What I have been hearing an awful lot over the last, 15 years or so is that Christopher Columbus was kind of a douchebag.
Yeah.
You know, he was kind of an asshole. Just came in and was like, "Yeah, we're taking over."
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Hey,
and I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody. You can
sure.
celebrate the day any way you want to celebrate it, just like Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever.
Right.
You can call it whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But I have spent a lot of them all my life calling it Columbus Day.
Yeah.
And so that's what it is for me.
Well, I hope Chris isn't listening this morning.
Chris who? Chris Massey?
No, Chris Columbus.
Oh.
I don't want to piss him off.
I'm sure you don't have to worry about that, dollface.
Showers in the morning today. Clouds in the afternoon. Some breaks of sunshine, though. 54 is the official high today. A few clouds tonight, 34. Tomorrow, sunny, 62. Sunshine with some clouds in the mix on Wednesday. Middle part of the weekend, 70 degrees. And Thursday is going to be nice, too. So
isn't that wonderful?
I love it. I love it. The foliage this weekend was insane. Oh, my God.
I don't know. I have not had time to go for a ride.
Oh.
Believe it or not. I have not seen anything other than the strip on Route 14 between Barrie and East Montpelier. Yeah.
Oh. I hopped on the bike for, I don't know, an hour and a half or so on, I don't remember what day it was, I guess Saturday. And it was the last motorcycle ride.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Maybe not. I mean, look at this, the forecast here this week. This is amazing. But, I mean, just the foliage from the vantage point of being on a motorcycle, my God, I'm like,
Right, you're going to get in an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 5 movies this weekend. Smile was number 1 for a second straight week, $17.6 million. That horror flick has pulled in just under $50 million in the last 10 days. Haven't seen it, but I saw the trailer. The family film Lyle Lyle Crocodile opened in second with $11.5 million. Let's see. Anything else that's worth mentioning here? Darling and The Woman King are in last place here. Woman King dropped from third to fourth, 5.3 mil, followed by Don't Worry, Darling, which went from second to fifth with $3.5 million. So a couple of them are tanking. I posted on Aired Out this morning. What's your favorite Halloween candy? Do you have a go-to? Do you have a favorite?
No, not really. I mean, my favorite candy. Well, I love Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah.
And Almond Joys.
Oh yeah,
Almond Joy has always been my favorite candy bar. I don't eat them very often. Once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
And I like to keep Tootsie Rolls to bring with me when I am in public spaces.
Tootsie Rolls?
Yes, because you can get a lot of anxiety and aggression out chewing on a Tootsie Roll. Just saying. You can, because you can just, it helps you bite your tongue sometimes.
Nothing fruity like Skittles or anything. You'd rather go chocolatey?
So I use Skittles when my sugar is crashing.
Okay.
Because they work super quick. But no. And I don't even like chocolate, but we've kind of talked. I don't really care for much food. Like, I don't have a favorite food. There's nothing that I go, oh my God, I would. No, I really like cheesecake.
Yeah.
But is it my favorite? I don't know.
The New York Post just connected favorite Halloween candies with your zodiac sign. Do you think it has anything to do with your zodiac? No. What a bunch of crap. Mm-hmm. Reese's peanut butter cups.
But it's on the internet, so it must be so.
Oh God!
Come on.
Libra is the go-to for Reese's peanut butter cups.
What is Pisces? Do you know?
I do. It is Nestle's Crunch.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
Again, it's the crunch. It's that aggression thing, probably.
Favorite for me, Reese's peanut butter cups, no question about it. Mr. Goodbar is pretty cool. My least favorite, the Necco wafers and candy corn.
Mm-hmm.
right in the trash.
Yeah.
If you're Capricorn, your favorite Halloween candy is actually the toothbrush. Mario Lopez is on the birthday list today at 49. David Lee Roth is 68 years old. David's he's a little crazy.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Yeah.
68. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is 48 today. Brett Favre, 53. Tanya Tucker, love her voice.
Me too.
Always have.
Always have.
Oh, amazing. 64 years old today. Wasn't she the one that did Two Sparrows and a Hurricane?
Mm-hmm.
Can't even listen to it. I can't even listen to that song. Like the first 5 seconds of it, I just can't do it. Because it's so sad. It's a beautiful song. I can't do it.
I think, I don't know. She has a lot of really good stuff. I always like the one Strong Enough to Bend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But I love her. I grew up on that stuff.
Mary Nelson is here in Central Vermont, 43 today. Robin Erica on the list. Eric Gormson is 50.
Oh. Happy birthday, Eric.
The big 5-0. Christy Fisher, Doug Pike, Kimberly Sear Goodyear, Harold Thompson, 54 years old. Scott Sisley's 47. Danielle Hollier, Danelle. Danelle
Yes.
is 45.
Happy birthday.
Ellen Gilbert is 60. Amy Nolan.
Yes.
We should put the Tremblay in there in the middle. It's her birthday today. Not going to say how old she is. I don't want to get arrested. Josh Nelson is on the list today at 46. Amy Lawrence is 45. And that's it. A lot of birthdays.
A lot of birthdays.
We're going to get to what's trending in Vermont this morning. But first, national headlines. January 6th, House Select Committee is going to be holding its next public hearing Thursday, 1 p.m. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Raylene's all worked up about it.
Totally.
Yeah. You'll be watching that live.
Yep.
Do you think anyone gives a crap about this anymore?
No, I do not.
Other national headlines, and Michael Booten's going to love this one. This is the headline. Electric vehicles are exploding after Hurricane Ian. Because all the water's getting in there and shit is shorting out.
I watched a couple of videos over the weekend that were out in the news. Pretty frightening.
Yeah, I mean, they're shorting out and it just boom.
Mm-hmm.
That's some crazy shit.
Are you surprised?
Somebody somewhere is going, ooh. We didn't think of that one.
Yeah, I effed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have researchers at the University of California in L.A. working on a company called Electra Tech to develop you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Marijuana breathalyzer. It's in the works, Raylene. They are testing a cannabinoid fuel cell that they say will be a big step toward developing a marijuana breath analyzer, similar to the ones that we do for alcohol. Yeah. Yeah, a gadget that will test for both alcohol and THC.
I would think that would need to be studied for quite some time before
it's going to hold up in court and all that shit?
Yeah, before it legitimately can be used.
We have 2 people injured in a shooting Sunday outside the Long Island home of New York gubernatorial candidate Lee Zeldin. We have Tom Henry, the mayor of Fort Wayne, Indiana, who is admitted to drinking and driving after being involved in a crash over the weekend on Saturday. Nobody was hurt, but it just goes to show you it can happen to anybody, even the mayor of Fort Wayne. Let's see. Where's my Vermont news? Oh, right here. The 6-vehicle pileup on 89 on Saturday. My phone was pinging. Yours probably was too.
It was.
with alerts coming in. This crash happened in the southbound lane of I-89 just before noon on Saturday near where? Where all the accidents happen. Near exit 11 in Richmond, especially now with all the construction in the area.
Yeah, and I mean, that is very worrisome going into winter. If all of this stuff is happening during summer months, good road travel,
Yeah.
good conditions, I don't even want to know what the winter is going to bring.
Yeah. I just was chatting with someone on Friday who was complaining about that area and said somebody's going to get killed real fast. And it was not even 24 hours later when this happened. And I thought that I got the message about exit 10. That area was just wicked congested, and I thought that it was foliage related.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting off at exit 10 to go to Stowe, which is the only town in Vermont, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, I thought
I mean,
it was Groton.
No, for anything, you
Oh,
have to
for
go
any-
to
yeah.
you have to go to Stowe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you're coming up from Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, Montreal, you have to go to. I mean, Stowe that's the only. There's no other towns in Vermont. You have to go to Stowe, so that's where everyone goes. You didn't get that memo?
No, it wouldn't be my first pick either.
Okay.
But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe they can all go there and we can enjoy here.
By the way, driving through Groton State Forest, and I hope you didn't miss it, the sign that says that the foliage was at 2 p.m. on Saturday. Peak. The peak foliage was...
I love that sign. And just up the road, that same guy has a sign that says organic firewood for
Yes.
sale, which I love.
I love that,
I
too.
love, we had all these people come
Who is that guy?
from southern states. I don't know, but I'd love to meet him. He's hysterical.
What else? Is everybody okay? No.
No, there are injuries. There is somebody that is in critical condition. I do not know which patient. They haven't really said which patient is critical. But in the van that was originally hit, the original impact was a mom, a pregnant mother, a father, and some children in the van, and then more cars, were involved, wrapped up in it.
State police say the traffic slowed, then stopped for construction when a Freightliner truck's brakes apparently failed, could not stop. The truck barreled into 5 other vehicles, touching off a fire. One of the vehicles was that minivan that you were just talking about. And all of the occupants were able to escape the flames. Richmond, Bolton, and Williston fire departments responded to the scene, put the flames out with Essex and UVM Rescue. Richmond Rescue says one of those motorists, as you were telling me, is in critical condition. 4 others transported with non-life-threatening injuries, which can still be absolutely incredibly serious.
Non-life-threatening doesn't mean that you didn't break a ton of bones and you don't have a head injury or a concussion or,
Boy, the picture is amazing of this.
And we've posted it,
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
it is on the page.
We have 2 Vermont men facing charges following a fatal ATV crash that left a teenager girl dead. Sheffield. 2 ATVs were stolen in September, leading to the crash that killed this 19-year-old Samantha Henderson from Linden.
Yes.
And on Saturday, Vermont State Police conducted a search warrant of a residence occupied by the suspects, earlier identified as having stolen the vehicles involved in the crash. Both David Lauterbach from Williston, 38 years old, and Christopher DeGrina, 33, from Sheffield, arrested Saturday for possession of stolen property. And Lauterbach is being charged with leaving the scene of the accident. Both men are held up at the Northwest Correctional Facility, and they'll be in Caledonia County Court today. What a tragic story.
Absolutely.
Jesus, man.
Very.
What else do we have? We have car versus cow, right? Route
We
105.
do, and that was a fatality, unfortunately, as well.
Unbelievable. Sheldon, town of Sheldon. Just reading the news here. Amazing.
Yes.
Vehicle had been heading westbound near the location when it struck the cow that was out in the roadway. Was this at night? Do we know?
It says the hours of the incident. I'm not really.
Oh, that's okay.
I can't
Wow.
read that far away, even with my glasses on. Isn't that disgusting?
Apparently, they were traveling over 100 miles per hour at the time of the crash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right there. 22,
Oh,
51.
so almost 11 o'clock at night.
Yep.
Going over 100 miles an hour in a Jaguar.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap!
Yep.
My God, I mean, it's just unbelievable. We have a guy from Connecticut arrested following a week-long investigation into fentanyl trafficking in the Burlington area.
Mm-hmm. Take him out.
26-year-old guy from Hartford, Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
The Northwest Vermont Drug Task Force worked on this. And a brief foot chase down Church Street. Ugh.
I know.
Wow.
They have taken that city by storm.
Yeah, they have. Big time.
And it's very sad, very disgusting, because that hub is very easily accessible to all of
Sure.
the people here. And
Sure. Yeah, of course.
it is very apparent that it's being used.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to get Rory back in here sometime soon, talk to us about it all.
We have some folks behind you that are just taking a picture
Checking
of us.
things out.
Well, they're just taking a picture of us on the air.
Oh. Well, good morning to them.
Did we sign the consent for the photographs?
I don't think so, but I don't think they signed one either.
Hey, you got some good news this morning.
I did. So I have some good Vermont news.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
So my son, Kyle, my oldest, his lifelong dream, literal lifelong, since he was just a little boy, was to own his own farm. And he has always worked incredibly hard.
Mm-hmm.
Got his first job ever when he was just 16, reconning cars down at Capital City Auto Mart when they first opened up. And he did it through a program at school. Didn't like school, not because he wasn't smart, because he was bored to death. And he did school, he fast-tracked high school, did it in just a little over a couple of years. Had his first full-time position at Lyle Haven when he was just 17, and that position included housing. He had his own apartment and everything, and he did it. He, I never was far away, of course. I always wanted to make sure he had groceries and his house was clean.
No.
Those sorts of things.
Yeah.
But even that, he really needed very little because he's extremely anal.
Yeah.
You
can say anal.
Yeah. And so very neat, tidy. Everything has to be a very specific way. Anyway, so he kept that job for a long time. He grew there. He went out on his own once, and he was leasing space, but he owned his herd. Super tough to try to pay all those bills being a dairy farmer. When you have to lease everything and you're going by somebody else's rules, and it wasn't the way he wanted things. And so he kept working and working for other farms, and then stopped farming and started working for Consolidated Communications full time. Got a big promotion there, works crazy amounts of hours, but still he just wanted a farm.
Yeah, always.
And one that he had been eyeing for a long time came on the market, and he's, like I said, he's worked hard, and he had the ability to purchase it. So he purchased the home, the farm, the cattle, the equipment. He purchased everything. It's his. No more leasing of anything. It's just his. And and so he's still working full-time job. So he gets up in the morning, he does his chores, he goes to work all day, comes home, does his chores, and then works all weekend on the farm. It's just, and plus is on call all the time because of his position.
Well, of course, he's getting a whole hell of a lot of help from his wife, right?
No, he's not married. He doesn't have time for that.
I know.
If you ask him, he doesn't have time for that shit. I don't have time for that shit. And, he's just a really good kid. I'm just super, super proud. I am so very proud. So yeah, he
Good job.
So he sent me his license this morning. It's an organic farm in Wells River, and he named it Sittin' Pretty Farm. So yeah, he's finally sitting pretty after all this time of trying. He did it. And
Congratulations,
I have
Kyle.
no doubt in my mind whatsoever that he will succeed. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Awesome news, and just awesome to get, this piece of paper and
Sitting pretty.
and see his license there and know that,
Is this farm going to be open to the public, or what's he going to be doing there?
Well, I mean, it's an organic dairy farm.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, if he is there, he definitely would probably allow people to come.
Yeah.
I would never show up there unannounced, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure. Yeah.
That is fantastic.
But yeah, I'm just super proud. He's done a really, really good job, and he's tried. And it took a ton of work and a ton of hours to be able to do something like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it's a huge commitment. I mean, it's a huge commitment. There's no time for anything else now.
Yeah.
But he doesn't care. That's what he has literally wanted to do since he was a little boy. And he did it. So, yeah.
Wow. It just
Yep.
goes to show you, if you want something badly enough, you can get it.
Yeah, you just have to sometimes wait.
Perseverance is only one part of the recipe here. I mean, there's got to be a lot of things in play here to be able to.
And even though it
this.
took time, he learned so much from really amazing people the whole way through. I mean, he has met some incredible farmers, and he knows so much about herds, and he has just learned from the best, the old timers, not from he didn't go to a college. He didn't, there's nothing book smart about the farming for him. It is all knowledge.
Be careful, because
the old timers.
He's listening right now.
He is.
Right now.
That's okay.
Here's the thing, and and I try to tell my my two nephews that, man, it's like, not to diss. I'm not dissing secondary education here.
No, me either.
But I've tried to explain to them that this notion that going to college is the ticket to success is just a bunch of horse shit.
Yeah, and it's not for everybody, and you can still have success.
Yes.
Huge success by learning from others. I mean,
that's right.
Street smarts is worth a whole hell of a lot, and who better to learn from than people that have been in the business for years and years and years, and I think one of the things that I can be even most proud of, even above this, is to know that he's respected.
Yeah.
As young as he is,
he's
respected, but he's respected because of the respect he has given others.
Sure.
He is he literally he soaks it all in, and he wants to know those things. He wants to learn from the old timers. Even in school, in Spalding, we can say this now because it doesn't matter. He had the wad of keys. He could get in. He had the wad of keys from the janitors. He used to eat his lunch in the break room with the janitors, not in the cafeteria with the other kids. He always hung out with adults, and he had the master keys to the whole school. They just it's hysterical. He probably still has that wad of keys. Who knows? But and he had a really good relationship with one of the teachers in the vocational school. I can't remember his name, which is horrible. He was the shop teacher. He used to call Kyle Cadiddle Hopper. But anyways, and they used to play wicked tricks on each other and stuff. And
I would have traded Kyle my entire bologna sandwich for one of those keys.
Yeah.
And I would have been doing something. I don't know
But that's
why.
how much trust and respect they
Yeah.
had for him. Like they knew that he wasn't going to do anything horrible with that.
Great story. I think I have two daily dose of feel good stories this morning, but I'm going to hold them off because that's it right there, and it's local, and that I mean we just need more news like this. We need more stories like this,
And we need more kids to understand that. We need kids in the trade if we're going to
Yes, we
move
do.
forward at all.
Yep.
We need kids in the trade, all trades,
You're right.
and farming's one of them.
Spot on. If you're just joining us this morning, we have some showers, some clouds, but some sun too. 54 degrees, 34 tonight. A little bit of frost on the pumpkin this morning at my house. Not sure about yours, Raylene, but it was chilly.
I don't have a pumpkin. I'm just saying.
Sunshine and 62 tomorrow and 70 with sun and clouds on Wednesday. This Vermont hunting season calendar was such a huge hit on our Facebook page.
It was
over the weekend.
It really was.
Oh my God.
I've never seen this out before, though. I've never seen this posted before. I've never seen it out before, but it was good to have.
Hold it up to the that we've got. I don't know how many comments we have on that and views of that, but holy crap, everyone was checking that out.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing to have.
And I think if I don't remember, I hope I'm saying this right, but I believe that regular deer season starts on Glenn's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I read.
When you say Glenn,
I mean Glenn.
Glenn?
The Glenn Brummer.
Really?
Our very own Glenn.
There really is only one Glenn.
Yes. But I'm
all
pretty
right.
sure I read that.
That's cool.
That's his birthday. So November 12th.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm turning 35 right around the same time.
Oh.
Hurricane Julia making landfall, checking world news here in Nicaragua on Sunday. Yesterday is a Category 1 storm.
Mm-hmm.
No word yet on any casualties, but the damage was pretty extreme. I don't know if you've seen the pictures, but and this storm Julia is moving westward right now. So we're watching it. Vladimir Putin, or as I like to call him, Vlad. He says the destruction of the Kerch Bridge connecting Crimea and Russia was an act of terrorism. A huge explosion took the bridge out on Saturday. This is the Ukrainians saying,
we've had enough of your shit.
We've had enough of your shit, Vlad. So now Vlad and the Russians are bombing the hell out of Ukraine. I'm just glancing here. The Russians claim that a truck bomb is to blame and they say they have traced its route to the bridge. Putin himself opened the bridge back in 2018 by driving a truck across it. Ukraine has not claimed a responsibility, but I'm sure its leaders aren't exactly sad about it. But now the Russians are just hammering parts of Ukraine. There's a teenage girl in Ukraine. I don't know if you heard about this story. She has figured out a way to use a dating app to help her country fight the Russians. This girl uses the fake name of Lisa. She was forced out of her home by the invading Russian army and has been getting her revenge ever since by flirting with young enemy soldiers. Lisa set up a fake profile on this app and claims to be a Russian girl living in the Ukrainian city of Kherson. She's been inundated with photos, videos, voicemails from young Russian soldiers, many of which have given up their location to get a little bit of from Lisa.
And so my question is, why would you want to make that public?
Because Lisa is then passing this information over to the Ukrainian military.
But when she outs that, is she still going to continue to get that information now that the world knows that she's doing that?
Are you saying that I'm leaking this and that I should shut up about it?
Well, obviously it's leaked already, honey. You're not breaking the story. I'm assuming she didn't email you directly and tell you this secret.
How do you know? You don't know.
I'm pretty positive.
She may be flirting with
me.
Well,
yeah, unless you are touring those sites of the, cute little blonde Czech girl or something. Who knows?
I just hope that she's not giving up the location of 185 North Main Street in Barrie, Vermont.
Yeah, I hope not too.
She has been able to find buildings that these Russian soldiers have been using as a base, and even a mansion that was being used to house a top Russian officer. And she's giving this information to her country. And
again, it was probably valuable information, but now it's probably not. Because I can't imagine she'll get it.
These young, horny Russian soldiers are still flirting with Lisa.
Yeah.
And then when Lisa says, "Where are you? I'm coming over tonight," they tell her, and then she tells the Ukrainian army, and then they bomb the shit out of it. She says she has no remorse. No remorse.
I wouldn't have any remorse either.
Neither would I. Remember when the 80s were calling, asking Mitt Romney for his foreign policy back? Says Michael Booten this morning. What's whacked?
So many things.
So many things.
What happened to your face anyways? Did Lily beat you up again, or did you just get in a fight with a razor?
Yes. No.
No, Lily kicked the crap out of you again?
Yes.
Yep, tied you up in a knot, didn't she?
Yes.
Yep. You're so screwed.
A Massachusetts man apparently loves Krispy Kreme so much that these are true stories. His name is Chase. Such a fan, such a craving, decided that he needed to get after a few dozen glazed donuts. I'm not making this shit up, Raylene. I can't. It's impossible to. Did a quick search online to find the nearest location. Disappointed to see that it was 75 miles away in Connecticut. So, Chase, who lives in a state with more than 1,000 Dunkin Donut locations, got on a small plane and flew 75 miles to Krispy Kreme from Massachusetts, where he bought 51 glazed donuts, then flew home, put them in his freezer so that he'd have some for a while. Says everything, including the whole entire donut run, $500.
Oh.
Got in a friend's Cessna.
What is the 51 about?
I don't know. 51 glazed donuts. Because 50 wouldn't be enough. What's the farthest you've
Needed
traveled?
one for the ride home, maybe.
I don't know.
I'll eat one now and freeze the rest.
What's the farthest that you've traveled to satisfy a food craving? If there was something that you just absolutely had to
like
have.
all of a sudden when
Yeah, gotta have it. Need it now. What would you go?
not very far.
Would you go 75 miles?
No.
Even for your most favorite thing in the whole wicked craving?
No.
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 Even if you had the money to do it, would you do it then?
No, because again, I'd have to have a favorite, and what a waste! It doesn't matter if you have money. If you continue to do dumbass shit like that, you're not going to have any money.
Booton's traveled to Plattsburgh for a Chick-fil-A.
Well, I guess if you have a really good job and you're some bigwig on the city council, you can do shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because being on the city council, let's be honest,
Oh, yes.
allows you the opportunity to be filthy rich.
Oh,
Rolling in
just
it.
ask anybody.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that the rumor?
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think?
Glenn drove to Plattsburgh for Taco Bell.
Oh my God.
I know people who have driven to Plattsburgh to go to this place in Cumberland Head. And I'm gonna screw up the name. I won't even try. But to get Michigans. Michigans are hot dogs topped with some sort of special, like tangy, hot chili type sauce.
Oh.
And I know because one of my friends is the one that she grew up having them. She grew up in New York, and Michigan's in New York is like a big thing.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Never heard of them.
Oh, gosh. Well, maybe we'll have to figure out what exactly it is so that you can try it out, because we all know that you're a lover of
All things food.
all things food.
I'd eat 10, even though I have never tried one.
Yeah.
And I don't know
Another
if I like
way that we are polar opposites.
it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because
I don't care who
not
makes
so
them, where they're
much.
made. I don't care. We have a mom on TikTok who is saying that she is protecting her daughters from potential bullying, which, let's be honest, Raylene, any good mom would do. But she's taken a lot of heat for it on social media. 31-year-old Leah Garcia started to raise a few eyebrows in a recent video that shows her waxing her 3-year-old daughter's unibrow. There's the breath. She says that as someone who was bullied for her own unibrow when she was a child, she didn't want her daughters to have to go through that. So she's been waxing her 11-year-old daughter's eyebrows since she was very young, and started waxing her younger daughter at the age of 2. She says that they have a waxing day once per week, and everyone just jumped all over her. She says that people say that I'm protecting my own insecurities onto them, or projecting my own insecurities onto them, and that I should teach her not to care what other people think. But at the end of the day, she's human, and as much as we want to say what people say doesn't bother you, it still does. I've never seen an adult walking around with a unibrow because they love it so much. End quote from mom. You think she's being a good protective mom, or is she a little batshit crazy? Once a week, it's unibrow waxing day.
A little of both. I mean, let's face it, kids can be really, really cruel, and we know firsthand.
Yes, we do.
That some kids can be bullied to a state that is frightening.
Yep.
Often, and unfortunately and sadly, can be a contributor factor to suicide.
Yes.
And
yes.
and we know that that's happening more and more and more and more and more.
Yep.
And so I don't know. Maybe not 3, but I guess if you start doing it young enough, maybe it'll just stop growing anyway. I don't know. But maybe you should wait until they can decide for themselves whether or not it's a problem and they want to do that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like everything else. We can't make our children us. We can only encourage them to be who they want to be themselves, and support them in whatever that is. And maybe her daughter will find a way to make unibrows fashion forward. Who knows?
But here's the thing: it's like, why does she have to put this on social media? I mean,
Right, exactly.
Why-
Just
why
keep it
do
to
we-
yourself, because now everybody knows that her kids are waxing, and because they put everything on social media.
too many people are putting too much shit on social media. Just, my God.
It's what we discussed the other day when, you and I were having a conversation that was similar to this. And, I said, or maybe, no, it was Bob Nelson, Michael, and I.
Yeah, right.
And I just said, I feel like kids nowadays have far too much on their plates. When we were young, what in the hell? Oh my.
Listen, if you're gonna walk down the sidewalk,
I didn't even know people carried those boom boxes around anymore. Is that even what it's called now? A boom box?
the 80s are back, Raylene.
Apparently so.
They're back.
Like, did you see that thing? He was having all he could do to carry it.
If you're gonna walk down the sidewalk on North Main Street early on a Monday morning, you've got to carry some music that's loud enough that everyone can hear it, Raylene.
Oh, my heavens. But anyways,
Yeah.
when I was a kid, and I know that people think that this is wrong because you got to educate your kids, whatever.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, in my home, my parents did not talk about politics until after we were in bed. I did not know who they voted for, whether they were Democrat or Republican. I did not know anything about their sex lives, nor did I want to or care to. I didn't know about my mom's gynecology appointment and my father getting his vasectomy. I knew none of that. It was none of my freaking business. What I knew was that I could go out, I could ride my bike, I could play, I could build forts. I had to be in before the streetlights came on, or when the streetlights came on. My mom, I always had to have permission to be where I was. I had chores. I respected my mom and my dad, and that's the way it was. And if you didn't, there was consequence.
Sure.
Now, kids worry about everything, and kids know all about the politics, whether your mom's a Republican and she voted for this, and your dad's a Democrat and he voted for that, and they're pitted against each other.
Yes. Right.
For all of these reasons.
Yeah.
And the same thing, gender, sexuality, the family makeup, the everything. It just, your life is your life, and live it within your home, and let your kids live theirs and grow, and be who they want to be.
Spot on right.
As they grow. And don't make them worry about all this shit.
Right.
It's none of their business. I would want to protect them from it all. Truthfully.
Sure.
I wouldn't. I can honestly say, and I don't know if Kyle's still watching or not, but honestly, I can say that I don't think that my kids ever knew where I stood politically.
Yeah. And nor should they. They don't need to. They don't need to know.
No.
And by God, if you're going to wax the unibrow, don't wax it on social media for the world to see.
Don't make it public. Why make it public? Because now she can be teased about that instead of her unibrow.
Yeah.
I mean, what is the point other than further attention for herself? It's just.
I mean, there's certain things that I do that I just would never put on social media.
Actually, you don't mind putting much on social media.
I mean, I don't go live when I'm plucking the nose hairs.
No.
I don't need to.
No, but you go live when you're sitting here in your skibs.
The FCC has announced a new rule late last week that satellites that are no longer in service must get out of the sky within 5 years to help decrease the amount of garbage in the Earth's orbit. This is the FCC making this announcement. Any satellites that are up there that aren't working anymore, you got to get out of space, and you got to get out within 5 years. So whoever owns those up there, if they're not working, you need to go up there and get them out. Because there's too much space junk, debris that's floating around in outer space. They say over 100 million pieces of space junk are traveling uncontrolled through orbit.
Maybe they need a green up day.
Well, green up day, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Apparently, the space junk ranges in size from a penny to an entire rocket booster.
Wow. Okay, then.
You go up there, you get it all, you throw it in your pickup truck, and you run it over to Bulldogs. Much of the debris, even the small stuff, could cause collisions in space that would render future space exploration and satellite launches impossible. So we need to send Casella up there with a few guys with some trash grabber poles. You know,
Send them on a mission.
get them up there and start getting that stuff. Oh, there's one right there. I'm going as fast as I can. I can't catch it. What is the FCC?
What freaking planet did you visit this weekend? That's what I want to know.
What does the FCC say for how we should go up there and to go up there with like a big colander and just collect it all, a big fish net? If you happen to find yourself, and I love this story, walking through a cornfield in Pocahontas County, Iowa, please be. Are you planning on going to a cornfield in Pocahontas County,
I don't
Iowa
believe so.
this coming weekend?
You never know what life will bring, but I don't believe so.
Be careful if you do, Raylene, because there's a couple of bulls on the loose. A herd of bulls escaped from the T&C Rodeo Company. Most of them were captured, but there's still 3 that are at large. No one really knows exactly where they are. Local authorities have been warning that they're likely hiding out in a cornfield somewhere, and that the high corn stalks are providing enough cover for them to stay hidden. Rodeo Chief Louis Stoddard says, quote, "You could even take a drone and fly over a field, and you wouldn't see them because they lay down in the daytime and usually roam at night." He says the bulls will probably be captured once the local corn is harvested. So basically, someone harvesting corn is going to get a big surprise.
No, I call bullshit.
Or 3 really big.
I call bullshit.
What are you saying?
I call bullshit. Just saying. That's all I'm saying about that.
This is what's happening. Google it. Google the story. Yeah, I mean, if they're roaming at night and you're out there trying to find them with a couple of headlamps, going through the corn looking for some bulls.
Yeah. Just follow the shit. That's all I'm saying.
I'm finally I'm finally getting what you're saying. It took me less than a minute, but I got it. I got it. How did these bulls get away in the first place? That's what I want to know. I want to know that part of the story. No one's talking about that.
Oh.
Bill forgot to tie him up. I don't know.
Yeah. Fence comes down all the time. It's one of a farmer's biggest nemesis, and one of their biggest jobs is to make sure that their cattle is secure and the fences are fixed, and you have to check them a couple of times a day, and you have to make sure of all of that. So, and shit happens. Maybe they plowed a fence down. You never know.
Yeah. I just hope they don't ask for my help.
Maybe some neighbor wanted to be an asshole and thought they were going to steal a bull and tried to do that, and the whole herd got out.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That would suck. That'd be like the running of the bulls.
It would be.
Well, if they're looking for help,
And that was a whole lot of bullshit.
My bedtime is 8 o'clock every night, so I'm not available to help out walking through the corn at night. Maybe Mike Boudreau up at the Great Vermont Corn Maze would like to help out. We have a British woman, and this one's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth, hospitalized for several days after she fell asleep. Raylene, I can't make this up. With her mouth open, and her dog made a little deposit inside of her mouth.
Come on. Come on.
Amanda Gomo is her name. She says her Chihuahua, Belle,
bullshit.
was having stomach... No, that was the last story.
Yeah.
Was having stomach problems and dropped the deuce in her mouth while she was napping. If that's not bad enough, Amanda soon became sick with the same exact explosive symptoms that Belle had. She spent the next few days in the hospital getting pumped with fluids to get her kidneys working properly. I'm not Google it. After a few days, Amanda was completely on the mend, and both she and Belle are back home. Happy ending. I mean, as a dog owner, could you think of anything worse? You're taking a nap on the couch, and McCormick.
Poor Glenn. I'm sorry, Glenn. He really does owe you breakfast because he's that much of an asshole that he keeps telling you. And you know what? I'm still calling bullshit. That's bullshit.
It's a true I'm going to drop it right here.
Why
Don't
is
make
it
me
true?
do it.
Who's the source?
Don't. I'm doing it right now.
Are you fact checking it first?
I am, and I'm dropping the link because you think I'm bullshitting. There, boom. I just dropped the link right on the comments.
Oh, for God's sakes.
There it is. Yep. Michael says the logistics alone. Yes, Michael, the dog pooped in her mouth. Don't
Whatever.
Don't question.
We're moving on.
Hashtag tinned fish date night. It's one of the newest trends on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Which Michael Booten is a huge fan, by the way, of TikTok. People apparently crack open a few tins of fish, toast up some bread, and create a charcuterie board of sorts with canned anchovies, sardines, mussels, anything that comes in a tin.
Mm-hmm.
That's the new trend.
Oh. Okay.
In some of these, just because it's tin, don't.
You were really bored this morning, weren't you?
Well, I found this tinned fish date night.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over TikTok, Raylene.
Oh, my God.
That's the new trend. If you want to be young and hip, you need to get some tins of fish.
So did you know that on Saturday night there was an incredibly amazing turnout at Mulligans when Native Tongue and Mulligans teamed up to do a benefit for the parrot family?
Yes.
There was they were doing a raffle ticket for a grill.
Yeah, I saw the video.
The music was great.
Yeah.
The place was packed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the parrots were there, of course. Their little family of 18.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, there was 18 of them.
Oh, I believe it.
When they all pack in there. So, yeah, it was just a really good turnout, really good night. It was awesome. So we had that going on this weekend.
Yes, we did.
And we know that it's leaf peepers, and we've had all kinds of that stuff going on.
Yes, we did.
Spalding High School football. Do you have the scores?
I don't.
Well, shit.
I know the Patriots won last night. They destroyed Detroit 29-0.
Oh.
I know that.
Wow. And didn't the Giants win yesterday
I don't
too?
freaking know.
Like I think I heard that the Giants won, which was a real, like, big upset for some
big
reason.
deal?
Yeah.
I
I don't know who they were playing, though. I don't remember.
Monday Night Football tonight is Kansas City and Vegas. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened with Spalding? Did they win?
I don't know. I need to ask.
Oh,
I
my
don't
God.
know what happened at the game because I was at Mulligans.
Yes. Hillary went to the drag show at the Elks on Saturday. She said she had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Dragulous.
I heard that it was wonderful. I heard a lot of people. I heard from a lot of people that they had a really great time.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. Yeah, a lot of good things going on. And yeah, Giants beats Packers.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And then a lot of the stores, I don't know if people are aware, but usually, again, when we were talking about the C word the other day, we talked about it, way too soon. And people are pushing it already. But I learned that there are several stores that have already started their holiday season hours.
Oh, yeah.
7 days a week they're open now.
Yeah.
And so
Because, Raylene, so many of us have so much money to spend.
well, I think, yeah, but we don't. And I think that that's why. I think that businesses local know that it's going to be tough. And so they've started things a little sooner so that you have time and you can maybe buy a little bit at a time and you're not rushing to try to get it all done at once in the month of December when a lot of prices may go up, costs, the gas is going back up, shipping may. So
Yeah.
I think that our local stores are just maybe trying to give us a little hand in this. And so I'm hoping that people will support them greatly as well.
Do you have a hard time saying the C word before Halloween, though, huh?
I do.
Yeah, so do I.
Yes, I wish that it would not.
So do I.
Yeah, until the day after Thanksgiving. That's when I'm okay with it.
That's right.
But until then,
Let's
no.
keep it in order.
Yeah, I just want to keep it in order. But maybe, I don't know. Things are already tough. They're going to get tougher. It's, projected to be a very long, hard winter
Yes, it is.
here. And, yeah, so.
Can I run down tabloid trash here? Because
Sure.
I see that a week after Kanye West caused this big stir at the Fashion Week in Paris with White Lives Matter, he's at it again, this time with anti-Semitic social media posts. As a matter of fact, Twitter on Saturday shut him down.
Mm-hmm.
He tweeted, quoting here, I am quoting, "I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone whoever opposes your agenda." End quote. The tweet was removed by Twitter, which they locked his account.
So the moral to this story is that Kanye continues to be a fucking idiot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Something's got to be done with Kanye.
Yeah, I agree.
What's he like to be called now? Yee?
Who knows? I do not pay
Yeesh.
attention. I don't give him any attention
No,
because
it's yay.
it just
It's yay.
it further helps him. The more attention, I think we just all need to just start ignoring his bullshit so that he really understands that he means nothing to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He prefers to be known these days as Yay.
Yeah, good for him.
Y-E. Yay.
Change your name because
Because we can't put Con in there.
No,
Kanye.
no.
We just Yay.
go ahead and change your name. Without changing your actions, it doesn't matter what they're going to call you.
This guy is just... I'd love to see him get up in the ring, up at the Barry Auditorium, and just have Big Ed and a few others just take care of him right there in front of everyone.
Yep.
National Football League and the NFL Players Association over the weekend agreed to a new concussion protocol. I don't know if you saw this, but now if there's a player that is stumbling or is slow to get to the huddle, they're out of the game for the whole game, the rest of the game, gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now people are worked up about it. Anytime there's, the NFL imposes change, people get worked up about that shit. Big time.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? I think it's a good idea. As long as it's not my favorite player.
Right. Well, that was exactly what I was going to say. Yeah. You like that idea until...
It's your favorite player.
Right. Until you don't.
Oh, come on. We need to go back and watch a replay. Was he slow to get up? Was he stumbling back to the huddle? Oh, his left foot touched the ground. That looks like a stumble.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a concussion. Let's throw him out of the game for the rest.
Yeah, he just got his head smashed in for us, but we'll kick him out.
Barrie City Councilor Tom Lozon on Wednesday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget the Barrie Beat podcast tonight, streaming live at 8 o'clock on the Barrie City Community fan page.
And they have a lot of shows, actually.
Yes.
So,
and the Barrie, we should mention, and the Barrie Beat page.
Right, the Barrie Beat podcast, and they are on YouTube as well. So
yes.
Facebook and YouTube, watch them. And I believe that Michael has posted a schedule. We'll share it as well. But all of the candidates that are coming up here running right now for anything state politics, he is trying to get them in here as fast as he can.
Doing a hell of a
job. Let them introduce themselves, give us the rundown on who they are, what they want to accomplish, etc. And he does an amazing job, and pretty awesome that he wants to make sure that we are informed no matter where we stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does such an outstanding job. He puts so much time into it. And I'm so proud of him. I really am.
Yep, me too. He does. He's taught us a lot too. It has been
understatement.
Very much a learning experience for us too. I mean, this has been a really good partnership.
Yeah.
And,
we love him. Tonight, 8 o'clock. You just go on Facebook and type in Barrie Beat and give him a like and follow and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time he's talked about Aired Out, by the way?
Well, just Saturday night during his show.
He talked about the Aired Out podcast?
Yes. I'm just saying.
I was just asking. That's all. I'm just asking.
Maybe you better start watching his show.
We are seen
just
and heard.
Saying.
We're seen and heard live on Facebook from the ASB Financial Fly on the Wall Production Studios, North Main Street in Barrie, the epicenter of Central Vermont. And again, we are streamed around the world, frankly, on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, TuneIn Radio, Podchaser, Deezer, Podcast Addict, GeoSavant. Thank you for liking, for following the page. Don't forget to comment, to share any episode that you enjoy. We are always live. We are always local, and we are never edited. Thank you, Raylene.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great rest of your day, friends. Be well. Take good care of one another. And don't forget, there are some interesting people that are running for office this election. I think this ad right here for one local candidate just might be our favorite.
Hi, I'm Roger Gefarten Stinky Poopenblatz. I'm running for Air Pollution Commissioner. No one has done more for air pollution than me, Roger Gefarten Stinky Poopenblatz. Ask anyone.
Who do you think of when you hear the term bad air?
Gefarten Stinky Poopenblatz.
Bad air? Gefarten Stinky Poopenblatz.
Definitely Gefarten Stinky Poopenblatz.
Gefarten
Stinky
Poopenblatz?
Yeah, him. Gefarten Stinky Poopenblatz.
Yes, I'm running on my good name, Roger Gefarten Stinky Poopenblatz. Vote for me this election. My name is Roger Gefarten Stinky Poopenblatz, and I approve this message.